welcome to the wrap-up for our, what did we call this?
Bijou's Be Well Bundle.
For Bijou's Be Well Bundle.
Okay.
Good one, Ricky.
That's a mouthful. I don't know if I can say it 10 times fast.
So welcome, and we just wanted to do a little wrap-up. My name is Rick.
Hi, I'm Maria.
And I'm Molly.
Yes.
And we wanted to invite Molly to...
This is morning. If you're thinking it's late night, it's
Right.
not. It's
I'm
morning.
so glad you invited me now.
Yes. And we're doing this whole new thing with being on camera. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
This isn't the first time.
It's our first time.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Well, no, but first time. No.
It's not the first time.
Okay. So,
No.
Okay.
so Molly, would you tell us about your vision of putting together this whole Bijou Be Well bundle?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, Ricky. Well, actually, I think it's been one of the more special series we've done, for me anyway. I thought it was really kind of great. And it happened that Jen and Julie and some others here at Zentangle HQ said we should do a little something for Mental Health Awareness Month.
Oh, and Martha. Yeah.
Yes. And we were trying to think of a special thing that we could do, throughout the month. And then I was thinking that Bijou maybe would be a great person to help us since he has been so
Or Snail.
influential in our...
And if you're looking at this for like the first time, you can look up Bijou, and there's a whole backstory. And also, Bijou had a big role in like suggesting this as well. So
Yes, for sure. And along with Bijou comes a lot of the way he supports the Zentangle philosophy, and the way he does that is through something he calls Bijou-isms.
Right.
And so for the 21 days of this very special series, we spent one day honoring one of Bijou's Bijou-isms. And they have a lot to do with the method itself, and I think that just by taking a day to think about each one independently was really special. And then to do just one tangle on that day.
Right.
And so it was simple and elegant, and it was sweet and purposeful, and I enjoyed it a lot, actually. We all did a lot of writing and thinking, and it made us kind of like...
tangling.
And tangling.
Yeah.
We all did a lot of tangling, too. Couple of things that were different about this series, you probably noticed. Obviously, we only did one tangle, which we don't often do in a tile. Often we're doing all kinds of different things. We picked the same string throughout the series, which was purposeful and deliberate. And then also, we didn't talk during these.
Right.
And
We made a distinct decision to try that.
Yeah.
And see how you guys would like it.
Well, and what I was saying to Rick earlier, the very first video that was ever made for Zentangle in the very first Zentangle kit had no words in it. And so it was kind of like going back to our roots and really talking about how this art form can be learned just through visuals, and how we can cross sort of the language barriers. And that was always something that was really cool, and something that's really happened since we now have Zentangle in a lot of countries, but specifically we have Zentangle teachers in over 64 countries.
I think it's even more.
A lot of different languages,
yeah.
like lots of different languages. So to be able to do this without words was really powerful.
So we wanted to show you some of the ways that this all came together as a mosaic, and all of the different tiles that we did, and also to give you a little insight into why Molly decided or suggested that to do just on one half of the tile.
And I don't know if any of you are listening that were part of this, but this is actually a project we did with a class in California that me and Martha did with a class, like, I don't know, 7 years ago or something like that. And we did this series that was really similar on some Renaissance tiles. So it was sort of like revisiting that because I loved it so much then. And so it was kind of bringing that back. And this, what we're going to do in a minute too, is really special because I think it brings sort of into focus the importance of the mosaic and how much a part of what we do is about the mosaic and the appreciation of it, regardless of where it is or where that how important each person is really.
So I just want to say, even if it's a mosaic of all your own tiles. So there's a place for it, even if that one tile is like, I'm not sure about that. When you put it in the mosaic, it has a purpose. And so don't ever throw your tiles away.
Right. And that mosaic could only exist with all of those tiles that are in it. So it's a wonderful metaphor, and it's really neat to see how it comes together and how some of the patterns go across tile to tile. And so let's get started.
Yeah.
One of the series that we used were our new translucency tiles. And so let's roll in and take a look at these mosaics. So this first set that you're seeing is a mosaic of our new translucency tiles.
Which are pretty special because you have this ability to see through to the other side. So I love this first image because, first of all, we played with putting tipple on all of the other side of these tiles where the tangle of the day was featured on the reverse side. So here you first see the side with the tipple, which was done with the souffle pens, which is really cool.
And on this mosaic, it's the same tiles, but with the other side.
Yeah, and in a different orientation, so you get to see sort of this checkerboard look, which is also very fun with the sort of tipple and reverse. There's added tiles to this exactly, these two as well. So.
Well, I love the ghosting of the tipple in
Right.
there. And again, if it serves a purpose that's subtle but makes it more.
If you haven't worked on the translucency tiles yet, I highly recommend it. It's a whole different surface, but the shading is fun and the see-through effect is fun. And I actually have been overwhelmed by how much I love these tiles. I just did a workshop with some folks with them, and just like the work has been beautiful and just a really fun kind of alternate surface to be on.
So on this mosaic, we take a look at some of the white tiles, and we've got this big table upstairs that we like lay out work on and stuff like that. And we've been like, you see, just everybody's been arranging tiles and creating mosaics, and we took a picture of a few of them, took pictures of a few of them.
What's really cool about people were like, are you going to tangle the other side of the tile? And, well, of course you could have, and that would have been great. And I enjoyed how different people took on different approaches. But we were really looking to keep this at like about 15 minutes. Some were less and some were more. But there was a vision behind it to give people an opportunity to just like not have to like completely submerge themselves in hours of tangling every day. This was going to be a quick exercise to have your special moments of tangling in your busy day. And it was interesting how many people were able to keep up with it for sure. And this is a nice way you see how we can get this striping effect, which is so fun.
And if you take a look on our mosaic app, Zentangle Mosaic, a lot of the people that participated in this put their tiles up there and some of their mosaics, and it's a really great thing to check out. Here's another, on this next one, just another way of rearranging those white tiles.
Again, and how the negative space creates a way of making the mosaics different each time.
And it's really fun to play with.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And yet again.
Very cool. A little house, I guess,
I
if you
know,
moved it
yeah.
the other way. Yeah.
House that went down in the
Yeah.
House on its side.
Yeah.
And then playing with that as a spiral.
Yeah. That one's really fun. I actually didn't realize you could do that. It's fun.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool. Ooh, here's the black tiles. Here's like sort of going outside the box, not matching them up exactly, but kind of doing a little overlapping, which was fun.
I really loved working on the black. It gave me a going back to how exciting it is. It's really pretty.
Oh, and I love the colors. Yeah, it's so fun.
There's Bijou starting it all in the middle there.
Right?
Oh,
I love that tipple. So pretty.
And then we took those same tiles and put it in a different way using that, playing off the half side of the tile tangled.
Yeah, and you could do all kinds of stuff with that idea,
yeah.
sort of like swirling in all different directions.
even the little dental work it created
Right.
is really pretty.
Yeah, that sawtooth, right?
Yeah. It's Very cool. Bric-a-brac.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's really cool.
and then on
That's
this
rich.
this one,
I
right?
love this. Is my favorite one, actually. I mean, if we can have favorites, that would be my
Right.
favorite one. Yeah. Something about it with all the fluorescent colors and stuff.
And also how instead of doing the checkerboard, it has that like offset zigzag pattern and really nice.
Very cool.
And then we had some tan, even though in the in what we sent out we didn't have tan tiles. These are some tan tiles, and we were just playing with those in house. And here's a simple mosaic with another great motif.
Well, it's cool how if you like choose a palette you're going to work with throughout, that the whole thing really goes together. So you're like, okay, I'm going to use these colors, this paper, and you can get like a very cool mosaic in the end by having some common thread throughout.
And then finally, we grabbed all of the tiles that we had done on this whole project. And this is, I think it's 172 tiles
Wow,
that
that's
we
a lot.
created in-house.
I know. It was so funny when we started the series. I told all the people tangling. I was like, well, I'd really like 6 or plus tiles for each video. So it wasn't like we had to do the one tile to get ready. We all had to it was almost reminded me back the days when we did the 12 days of threesies.
Right,
When we had
right.
so many threesy tiles.
Oh my God, that was fun.
So it's still a
That
lot
wasn't
of
that the
tiles.
first?
That was huge number of tiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of Ricky's math problems. We can
Right.
for another day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's like a whole fun story of how many different ways you can do a mosaic, but like Molly said, we'll leave that for another day.
Yeah.
So we just had the best time, and we hope you did too, and we encourage you to keep going with this, and if you've got extra tiles that aren't tangled yet, hopefully you'll have them tangled soon enough, and share it with
Well,
us.
I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I think you could do these 21 days with like different tiles, or like use the same idea, but like change up your surface color or change up your surface size,
Right.
change up the string a little bit. The negative space is important because that kind of builds the mosaic a little bit, but so you pick something and then you do the same 21 days and
Right.
you get a whole series of like amazing stuff. So it's kind of endless how many times you could go back and do that. We're pretty excited to revisit all the Bijouisms in a
Right.
blog right after this kind of concludes and kind of go over it all and
Yep.
have some warm fuzzy talks about it and stuff. But we just wanted to thank all of you for participating. It's been really fun.
Yeah, and if you, Molly mentioned the blog, if you go to the website zentangle.com, you can sign up for the blog and or you can see the blog and you can sign up for our newsletter. We send them out usually on average like once or twice a month, unless we're doing a special project like this, and then we send them out every day to introduce the videos. So
And I love the comments and everything.
and yeah, we get to see the comments on the videos and the blogs, and it's a great way to interact. So, anything else?
I don't think so. It's been
think so.
really
Great.
fun, and
Thanks
I
for
appreciate
playing
it.
along with
Yeah,
us.
and
Yeah.
and keep on tangling.
Great. Okay, much love, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye now.